This is a must know if you have seniors in your life. I'm Katharina Bertana. I have been in home care for 31 years, and today we're going to discuss strokes in seniors' lives. Today, I really want to emphasize how important it is that you recognize when your loved one could be having a stroke. It can turn out to be very, very devastating in the long run with paralysis and sometimes even death. I remember when my grandfather was in his 70s and I was probably 10, 12 years old, and he was having a stroke. The only person around was my grandmother, and no one realized what was happening. And it went unchecked. And he had some residual short-term paralysis. But in the long run, he had another one shortly after because they didn't do anything about it. And he passed away on the second stroke. So it was pretty devastating. If you know anyone who's experiencing the symptoms that we're going to talk about today, don't hesitate. Please just pick up your phone and dial 911 immediately. It can make a huge difference. One of the most obvious telltale signs comes from an acronym called FAST, and it's an easy way for people to remember. The face can often have a bit of paralysis on one side, maybe a drooping of the mouth, or it may even be drooping around the eyes. And that is a really easy to spot sign. So if you see something that's suspect, ask that person to smile and see if it's a genuine full face smile or if it kind of dips on one side. That could be a sign of stroke. The next part could be A, as in arms, from the word fast, and it generally signifies a paralysis. It could be completely on one side, and it could be the whole arm or just part of it. So in this situation, you would ask the person to please raise both arms. And if they both go up, that's a good sign. But if one happens to dip or can't move up, then you know it's time to call 911. The next symptom is speech, S in fast, and it usually will come out like muttering or indistinguishable words. They can be slurred even. So listen well and then ask your loved one to please repeat a regular sentence like, I love you, and see how that sounds. And the last one is time, because time is of the essence in this situation. Call 911. Let the paramedics make that judgment as far as your loved one's health and survival. So don't hesitate. A false alarm is better than not reacting to the stroke and having things become much worse. These are some of the many symptoms that a stroke client can have. However, it's not all of them. And some that are normally affecting women more than men are kind of less obvious. A kind of unusual symptom is hiccups. Sometimes women experience hiccups out of the blue, and it can be a sign of stroke. Another example is nausea and vomiting. Of course, it's, usually out of the blue, not related to any flu symptoms, but it is a telltale sign. A less common example of stroke symptoms can be seizures, which is definitely a serious symptom to take into account. Another example would be just general weakness. All of a sudden, you just feel drained. And lastly, shortness of breath, unrelated to, say, an asthma attack, but just difficulty breathing. To learn more about Colonial and being prepared in the event of a stroke and how we can help after the fact, please go to our website at www.colonialhomecareservices.com or give us a call at 1-800-497 1287. We're available 24 hours a day. Thank you.